What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Okay, check it out, man. Everybody, you saw the Phil Heath series, guys. I want to know what you guys thought of it. There's a lot of opportunity we have to do things with Phil Heath. Phil and I have become pretty close in the process. His company's great to work with. Obviously, we have the business connection with TigerFitness.com and Gifted Nutrition. And I mean, you know, I appreciate all the feedback on Phil being a nice guy. And what I really want to kind of get across for you guys is who Phil Heath really is. And I know that Generation Iron portrayed him in a certain way. And I know that, you know, people have commented that he pops off on social media, which I do too. I've told people to do some weird things because you just do it. And honestly, let me just give you a lowdown on Phil. Phil's West Coast. He's straight up West Coast. He and I, we get along so well because we're both West Coast. West Coast talks a lot of shit. We'll tell you what's up. We'll also tell you something stupid. Now, if a 17-year-old goes on my fucking Twitter, I don't know if you're 17. Dude, I threatened to kill a 15-year-old on Instagram the other day. I know he's 15. You know, I said, well, say that shit to my face, bitch. And he's like, oh, you're going to threaten a 15-year-old? I'm like, well, fuck, yeah. I guess if your daddy ain't whooping your ass, maybe I should, because you don't know how to fucking talk to people. You know, show some respect. I mean, here's the thing. People come at Phil with the fury, man. They come at him and these Kai fans, and I'm a Kai fan too. I like Kai. I like Phil. I don't play favorites. You know, whoever wins on that day wins on that day. Kai's always been nice to me. I have nothing against him. I'll make jokes here and there, but I'll make jokes about Phil too. Phil makes jokes about me. You should have heard the shit he was talking when we were together, man. It's fucking hilarious. But what you guys have to realize is Phil's a human being, and you can't always have somebody when you're constantly accessible on social media and now with the YouTube thing and being out there in public all the time. And we do our best. Don't get me wrong. I do my best to be on my best behavior. The other day, I'm walking through Dick's Sporting Goods with my kids, and my son was acting a fool. And I was like, fuck. You know, I'm like, Thomas, take you to the damn car, you know, just come. So I'm like, hey, Marc Lobliner. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And then my son was happy because I wasn't mad at him anymore because I had to pretend to be happy. I went back to being mad after that. What you guys gotta realize is Phil's a human being, man. If you come at him on Twitter and you call him a bitch, or you call him this, or you say something like this, or you insult him, Phil's gonna say something back. And I will too. And what I want you guys to know about Phil Heath is that Phil's a genuine human being. Imagine if you were the best in the world at something, bowling, fucking badminton, volleyball, anything. I mean, ping pong, crocheting, bridge. I don't care. Just imagine you're the best in the world at something, and you know you're the best in the world because you have 4 titles that prove you're the best in the world. I feel that considering he's been 4-time Mr. Olympia, outside of Ronnie Coleman, actually tied with Ronnie Coleman, he's the most humble individual I have ever met. And that might be hard to believe because everybody wants to say, oh, he's cocky, he's arrogant. He deserves to be confident. He's confident. If you went in and you're training for the Olympia and you're thinking, well, I hope I'll win, I think I'll win. No. When you're training for, when I'm working out with my daughter, I just took her up to Dr. Stu's place. Everybody's out, but I have a key. We went in there and I'm like, no one else is doing this. You're going to be the best. You're training to be the best. Phil can't say, oh, I might be the best. Well, on that day, 7 people thought I was the best. Maybe I am. No, he's fucking Mr. Olympia. He's the goddamn best bodybuilder in the world. And he's a great guy. I just wanted, what my goal with this video series was obviously, one, to help Phil sell some of his product. Absolutely. Phil came out with a line. He's the best in the world. I want you guys to try every Gifted Nutrition product there is. I'm fully transparent, guys. I'm a fucking supplement store, okay? TigerFitness.com sells supplements. It is what it is. But we also provide you with fucking Mr. Olympia training and giving you life and nutrition advice. Who else does that? Who else lets you into their house like I do? Nobody. Nobody does that. So number 1 was obviously to introduce you guys to Gifted Nutrition. Well, these aren't in order, but let's just number them because bullet point sounds really fucking stupid on video. Number 2 was to bring exclusive content to TigerFitness.com's YouTube channel. There you go. Number 3 was to give you guys to get there, by providing all of this, was to give you guys the best information to help you reach your goals. And again, these are not in order. Look, Phil Heath cares about your goals. He does. I've talked to him mano a mano, man to man, bro to bro, player to player, hustler to hustler, gangster to gangster, pimp to pimp. I've talked to him. Phil genuinely cares about his fans. Phil genuinely cares about what he puts out there. Phil does his best, and so do I. And that's why I thought we both thought it would be cool. This isn't me, and I got accused of paying Phil. Dude, no money was exchanged. And we even took turns buying lunch and dinner. And the amount of food we eat, that was an expensive endeavor that I'm really glad that we split. You know, no money exchanged hands. This was two guys getting together to provide you with the best damn information, the best training, let you into Mr. Olympia Phil Heath's life, and give you a little piece of what I do as Marc Lobliner, entrepreneur and CEO and pro bodybuilder, and give it to you for free on YouTube. Provide a service. That way, when you have a choice of what supplement to buy and where to buy it from, you look at Gifted Nutrition at TigerFitness.com. Yeah, that's how it fucking works. It's a reciprocal relationship. It's reciprocal. Absolutely. We give and give and give. We're not just selling tangible goods. We're not just fucking selling tangible goods. We're helping you reach your goals. I watched all of those damn videos, and I've been using shit that we did in our own videos. Because it's that you got a chance to get inside not only 3 weeks out from the Olympia, but 2-3 months removed from the Olympia. For on season, 3 weeks out to off season, Phil Heath. And Phil's the kind of guy who lets you into his world like that. Phil cares. I'll tell you what, all these people who talk about cocky, arrogant, selfish, how many times when we stopped in public and Phil and I had to be at an appointment, we were late. We were late for that. We were training till 1:30 a.m. that night in Florida. Why? Because we got stopped a few times by consumers. And we weren't going to tell them, no, we ain't got time for you. We stood there, we talked to them, we shook hands, and we did our thing. Because that's what Phil does. He's the best damn champion you can ask for. And whether you like Kai Green, whether you like Phil Heath, oh, he stepped in front of the line at the Olympia. He was out angling Kai. I'll tell you what, if I was the Olympia, I'd take every fucking angle available to fucking beat Kai Green. I do it at my shows. Watch my video when I won my pro card. I was at the front of the line. Why? Because that's what Arnold did too. So if you want to fucking get in front of Phil, get in front of Arnold. Angling's been going on since way back. Rich talked about it in the video I had with him. Phil Heath cares. So whether you're a Kai Green, Phil Heath, Dennis Wolf, Sean Roden, Marc Lobliner, no, I don't belong in that group. I'm fucking shaving their balls before the show. That's the group I belong in. Whoever your cup of tea is, whoever your choice is, as a bodybuilding fan, as a fan of the sport, as someone who follows it or even passively watches just the Olympia, respect the fact that we have a Mr. Olympia who A, is fucking good looking. You want a good looking guy out there to represent your sport. Phil doesn't look like a fucking mongoloid. He doesn't look like, his body part's not all put together funny. Phil walks around in street clothes. You wouldn't know he's Mr. Olympia. He takes off his shirt. You're like, fuck, it's Mr. Olympia. I mean, the guy's got everything. He slam dunk a basketball. He was an outstanding college athlete. He's an articulate, smart. He'd be a millionaire if it wasn't for bodybuilding. He has a degree and he has a college degree. He's articulate, well-spoken. He has everything we need for the sport. And what we need as a community is to get together, whether he's your Mr. Olympia, whether he's not. He's our fucking Mr. Olympia. He's our sports ambassador. Okay? And the same shit happened with Ronnie and Jay. Everybody, there were Jay's camp and Ronnie's camp. And now it's just crazier because you got the anonymity of the internet and you got a bunch of little bitches who get out there and talk all kinds of mean shit. When the contest comes around, you get on your fucking, Heath Nation or Kaiville or whatever the fuck you call it. And you guys go at it. Kai, Phil, right? You go at it. But in the grand scheme of bodybuilding, I think it's best. Just like, look, your presidential candidate might not have won, but you want the best for your nation, for your country. So you get behind that president. After 9/11, George Bush, I'm not a big Bush fan. When he gave that speech, go Bush, right? Right now, I'm just saying that, you know what? Show Phil, whether you love him or hate him. And after seeing his interview on the issue with Kai Green, after seeing that last video, if you still hate or dislike or even don't respect 100% Phil Heath, you have such a fucking chip on your shoulder, it's not even funny. I watched that video. I wanted to fly back out and give Phil a hug. That was the most well-presented speech about sportsmanship and being a champion that I've ever seen. Look, I say this biased. I do. I'm Phil's friend. I like to consider myself Phil a friend of mine. I'm a big fan of him as a bodybuilder. I consider him, we're the same age. We're in the same peer group. But if Kai beat him, I'd be the first one to say, Phil, Kai gotcha. He did. I think this year, it's obviously a subjective sport. I think Phil had it overall. I think Kai brought a great package. I don't think Kai was at his best either. I actually had Sean Roden barely inching out Kai. And then I had the top two being, but again, it's like Phil beat Sean Roden against each other. See, bodybuilding, that's a different video. I can go into that fucking whole thing, how you compare two guys. One guy can beat one guy, but not the winner. It's bodybuilding. It's fucked up no matter how you fucking roll the dice, right? It's a subjective sport. It's just like figure skating in the Olympics. My mom used to watch figure skating back when Nancy Kerrigan got fucking whacked in the knee by that person that Tanya Harding fucking hired. Bodybuilding's not a science. It's a subjective sport. Look, I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for watching this, and hopefully you got a whole new in-depth perspective on Phil Heath. And I want a call to action right here. I want you guys to go on Twitter or Facebook. Go on Twitter and copy Phil Heath, at Phil Heath, just like it is, ampersand Phil Heath, P-H-I-L Heath, and then me, ampersand Marc Lobliner, M-A-R-C-L-O-B-L-I-N-E-R, and say that you want another video series. If you want it, Phil and I will make it happen. But we don't want to do something that people don't want. And we both have some time available in the spring, March, April. We can make it happen after the Arnold or even around the Arnold. We can have him come out to Ohio. So just let me know what works best for you guys, but I really need a call to action here. And go on Twitter and blow us the fuck up. And if you want this to happen, again, tweet to Phil and myself that you want it to happen. And we'll make it happen. But I ain't got much time next year. We're launching a content site on Tiger Fitness, and Phil's going to be a big part of that. And again, I only want to be on the road 70 days next year. Next year is a rebuilding year for me. I need to be home. I need to balance my shit. No more 300 days like last year. So you guys need to comment below. You guys need to tweet us, okay? Much appreciated, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this brought this is very emotional for me because it's really just it's such an honor, even though but to be able to bring this to you guys and to be able to get the feedback I got, the positive feedback. And I appreciate you guys watching. Remember, at tigerfitness.com, we just don't do things for business. We just don't do things because you're one of 20 million companies served, 20 million people served. That's bullshit. Being one of 20 million, you're just a number. You're just one of 20 million. That's a number. That's a 1 in a 20 million number. At tigerfitness.com, you're more than just a number. We care about you guys reaching your goals. We care about what happens to you. We care about you as a person. We respond to you. We'll never be too big to do that. You're more than just a number here. Stay tuned for more shit with Phil Heath, because being more than just a number, that's not a thing.